morning. Proverbs 26 is a chapter in the Bible that I think should be relabeled as the social media chapter. It's not that there's any social media going on here. In fact, this chapter takes place thousands of years before anybody came up with a computer. But the advice is sound, and it should almost be a primer for anybody who wants to post on Facebook or tweet or enter a chat room and make comments. For a long time, my wife and I have had a little coded phrase that comes out of this chapter. Every once in a while, I'll look at her and I'll say, "Honey, that's the dog's ears." What does it mean? It comes from verse 17 and says, "Whoever meddles in a quarrel not his own is like one who takes a passing dog by the ears." Now, I have a dog, and my dog actually likes having her ears rubbed. But realize in biblical times, people didn't keep pet dogs. The only sort of dogs that were around were wild, feral dogs who would be inclined to bite you. And taking a dog by the ears is a good way to get yourself soundly bitten. And this proverb is simply saying, and I think it's very true, whoever meddles in a quarrel not his own is like one who takes a passing dog by the ears. How often there is a little disagreement going on between different family members or between different friends, and as soon as a person decides they're going to wade into that, that's the dog's ears. It takes an awful lot for me to think that I want to get involved in somebody else's quarrel. I just like to stay out of that. Here's a bunch of things for social media. Like a lame man's legs which hang useless is a proverb in the mouth of fools. Like one who binds the stone in the sling is one who gives honor to a fool. Like a thorn that goes into the hand of a drunkard is a proverb in the mouth of fools. The Revised Standard Version translates this: like a thorn bush that is brandished by the hand of a drunkard is a proverb in the mouth of fools. Or like an archer who wounds everyone is one who hires a passing fool or drunkard. There might be a little bit of a leap to get to social media from there, but how often I see people acting very foolishly and trying to use witty statements or sharp sarcasm, and the result is completely lost because of the way that they're doing it. But here's where I really want to settle down for a moment. There's two verses that sit side by side in this proverb that would sound almost contradictory. Look at verse 4 and 5. Verse 4 says this, and I want you to think about social media and about all of the different things that you see going through your feed about COVID-19, whether you're on Twitter or Facebook or watching YouTube videos, things that you might be tempted to weigh in on. Think about these things. Verse 4 says this, "Answer not a fool according to his folly, lest you be like him yourself." Answer not a fool according to his folly, lest you be like him yourself. Think about this. I think about this every time I see something controversial going on in the Facebook world or in the social media world, and I think to myself, should I weigh in on this? And very often, my impulse is, I have an opinion, I have an idea, but as soon as I get involved in one of these Facebook threads, you become just like them. You are lowered to their level. Answer not a fool according to their folly, lest you be like him yourself. Got that firmly in your mind? Ready for the next verse? Verse 5. Answer a fool according to his folly, lest he be wise in his own eyes. Answer a fool according to his folly, lest he be wise in his own eyes. Well, that one's pretty straightforward. You give answer to the fool in order to prevent them from following their own wisdom or from following their own folly. But here's the interesting thing. These two things are intentionally put side by the writer. Answer not a fool according to his folly, lest you become like him. Answer a fool according to his folly, lest he be wise in his own eyes. So what does it mean? Why are these two things here? They're not, they are sort of contradictory. They're paradoxical. The second one doesn't preclude the first one. But what it does do is it causes me to ask the question, is this important enough for me to be like the fool, for me to be brought down into the mire? And so it's not that I would never answer a fool according to his folly. It's not that I would never post on social media or get embroiled in a Facebook dispute. It just has to be something of weight, something important enough that I think, if this is not corrected, great harm will come. So I stay away from a lot of little petty arguments and disagreements. I have opinions and ideas, and just as often I think I'm just going to stay out of it. Let them do as they will. Let them act like fools. But upon occasion, I come across something where I say, if they pursue this, it will bring about great sorrow, grief, and destruction, perhaps to the person, perhaps to other people who follow in their ways. And so knowing what the cost to me will be, I will enter into their folly and become a fool like them in order that they be not wise in their own mind. So give chapter 26 a read, and don't just read it, do what it says. Thanks for watching.